Here is Barkley, left side, big hole. Saquon Barkley! Uh-oh! Barkley! Goodbye! Dunk it in. Doncic, 47.
I'll give him a dunk. On a night with 47 points, you get the benefit of the doubt.
Moss the back, Terrace the snap. Moss the block. Burrow going deep. He's got him! Touchdown! Jamar Chase.
LeBron leaked out. They didn't see him. Here he is down court. It's up and in. Will it count? LeBron James at the buzzer. 23-yard completion. Here goes Taylor. With Pierce in front. Touchdown, Colts.
Curry gets free. Curry puts up a three. Bang! Bang! He ties the game with 6.3 remaining.
Mahomes flushed out again all the way back. Turning the corner. Fires downfield. Caught. Touchdown.
Timeout. SGA. Probing. Piercing. Spinning. Hanging for the lead. And SGA knocks it down with just under a second to go. Hit road. Oh, come on. Justin Jefferson. You got to be kidding. Makes it look so routine. Greatest catch that never existed in NFL history.
Edwards puts up a three. It's good. Anthony Edwards once again. Edwards electricity here in game 4. Here's a first and goal. And he's signaling as he backpedals to the 30. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown, Baltimore.
Is it Brandon? Giannis says no. Back the other way, Trent. Giannis inside. At both ends.
Oh, let me go full screen here. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Matty Ice here with Profit Props. This is the sharp side. As always, we will recap yesterday. First, 3-4 day overall. Devin Booker under cash after a really slow first quarter. Or did not cash, I'm sorry. Devin Booker under miss after a very slow first quarter. Jalen Johnson's assist miss. I believe he finished with 6. Kawhi cashed. Nickeil Alexander-Walker cashed. Royce O'Neal cashed, and then Amon Thompson and Reed Shepherd both missed. 3-4 overall. We lost 1.2 units. I do have one play out for today. It is Donovan Mitchell over 28.5 points. Save it. Show it. Oh, shit, wrong button. And now let me pull up today's NBA slate. We'll get right into that. Let me get my shout outs. Appreciate everybody that's tapping in on a Saturday, man. Q from Cincy, Shorty, Sosa, Mr. D, Ross, Chalk. Appreciate all y'all for tapping in this morning, man. I do appreciate all the likes. I do appreciate all the retweets this morning. Sounds like Sosa might be tapping in about 10 minutes. And then, Chalk is always potential to show up for today's show as well. I think we have 7 games on today's slate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 games on today's NBA slate. Let me pull up props.cash here. Donovan Mitchell is in the early 1 o'clock game. We have one early game, and then everything else is like a normal 7 o'clock or after. Let me pull up Donovan here. We'll go through Donovan first. What's funny is literally I watched the market move right after I bet this, so my Discord's not very big, 100, 200 people, and we definitely moved that line a little bit this morning. We do have some movement in the totals market, so let's go over the injury news before we really dive into today's slate. Anthony Edwards is going to be available to play. That's a 1 o'clock game today. Thanks, Shorty. Cade Cunningham, Isaiah Stewart, neither one of them went through shoot-around. I don't think they're going to go. Julius Randle is good to go today. Jaime Jaquez is questionable for Miami. Andrew Nemhart is questionable for Indy. Nothing on the Clippers yet. They're on a back-to-back. PJ Washington, AD, the people that have been out for Dallas are going to continue to be out. Chicago, Hoyter and Jalen Smith are both questionable. Julian Champagnie is questionable for the Spurs today. We've been cashing on his threes. Boston on a back-to-back. Nothing submitted yet. Jaylen Brown's line is 28.5 as well. Ryan Kalkbrenner, Grant Williams, and Saloon are all probable for Charlotte. Utah, we've got Yusuf Nurkic questionable. Lauri Markkanen still out among the other pieces that are still out for today. All right, Donovan Mitchell over 28.5. We just played this. These teams just played each other. We cashed, and it was after a very slow and bad start for Donovan. I actually think his ceiling is closer to 35 in this game. He was pretty inefficient to start, got it rolling in the second half. He had exactly 20 field goal attempts. I thought he'd be closer to 22, but I did set the filter at 18. I said he'd have at least 18, if not more, field goal attempts, and I was correct. He finished with 20. I think we could see even a few more from him today. So this one was kind of a no-brainer for me. And if you've been tapped in with us, Donovan Mitchell's probably made us the most money this NBA season. Pardon me. So yeah, I love the Donovan Mitchell points. Look, I didn't hate the threes. Look, I'm gonna have to cough. Give me 1 second here. Prop plug tapped in. What's good, bro?
Yo, finally got a day off. Slide to show some love, man.
I appreciate it. Sounds like we might have a couple people sliding today. You got anything in this first Cleveland game?
I just got to it. This is like the only early one, so I was trying to do like the same game. Well, you like D-Mitch to score?
I like Donovan Mitchell's points. Yeah, I ran it. These two teams just played each other. He had 30. I bet over 28.5 in that game. Actually, the market moved against me because Garland was announced in, and that line moved to 27.5. He's still
What's
capped.
the PA? So the PA got to be at what, like 32, 33, 5?
I think, and it was 34. It's the same as last game, and I was cussing myself just because when the game, like, into the third quarter, his PAs had cashed and his points didn't, and I was like, watch, I'm going to get hooked, but nah, both cleared, so we're all good. Country boy, appreciate you tapping in. Miss Herway, appreciate you tapping in. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. You got you like the PA look?
Yeah, I like the PA. So my thing, I tried to, I was trying to find volume, like passes made, potentials, all that, and on Outlier, Outlier, Props.cash, even on the NBA website, I couldn't find. I don't know if it's because that game was too recent or what. Correct me, like, have you found any numbers from that game? Because the only thing I could do is I went back and watched the game. I picked it apart, but I couldn't find actual numbers behind the stuff. But I know, like, Julius Randle killed his RA, but he did have like 3 assists in the first 3 baskets, and then he had like a steal, or he had a like offensive rebound and assist, like in the same place. So like he killed his RA, but he got a majority of his assists like off the bat, and then I want to say like 2 or 3 RA was off of like offensive rebound, dish out. So those are some numbers that I can see not, happening this time around. He finished with 19 RA, but his RA is at 12.5. I can see him finishing with 13, 14. I'm not saying he gets that 19 again. On the road though, I feel like like you trust your role players at home, so I feel like it's less RA for Randall and Edwards, and it's more so just buckets. I like DiVincenzo. Shot really well. He's had good history versus them.
I think he had 4 threes, didn't he? He had 6 threes.
He had 6. Yeah, he has 6. I like DiVincenzo to shoot, and I like Ant to shoot on the road. But
we did have a request on Ant's threes as well.
I didn't even see what DiVincenzo lines are at, but I just like it based off.
2.5 is juicy, but I would bet that 3.5 at plus money. Let's circle back to your Randall comments because I did not release this. This was something where like I bet it right before tip off on some like true. I mean, I guess it's not degen shit because it was a street bet, but like, I was just trying to get action late, and I bet his under PRAs and got absolutely smoked. I didn't release it, it wasn't a release bet, nothing. I bet it on some personal shit and got smoked. So I got like PTSD on Randall right now.
I don't enjoy. I'm not a Randall enjoyer. I don't bet on him to make a lot of money. So I'm with you on that.
I do like to attack him without Ant. Like I've made some money, like his PAs without Ant, but with Ant, man, I'm just staying off, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I don't make money off him, but he did like play well versus them. So I don't know why. I feel like he's one of the ones where like he can turn it on and off, like show up and then he doesn't. I really wanted to see potentials though and rebound chances because this is like a battle of the big men, and Jared Allen rebounds at 8.5 looks good. I love seeing rebound chances before I play a rebound prop.
Yeah, it's crazy that we don't have potential assists or potential rebounds for that
It's
game.
not even on the NBA site, so I doubt it's going to be anywhere, bro.
Yeah. So let me go to some comments here. Miss Herway said Rudy Gobert double-double. We talked about this last stream. I loved it. I was too pussy to bet it, and it cashed. Watch me today run it, and it sell like crazy. But I do like it. And I like Allen's double-double. I think it cashed last game as well, didn't it?
So I ran okay, all right. So I ran 2 games ago. I ran Rudy's double-double, got paid off it. I didn't run it this last matchup, like their last game versus this team, because I didn't want to sweat Randall scoring versus Jared Allen. There's a couple centers in the league. Like Rudy can get a double-double versus anyone in the league, right? Obviously.
Yep.
Because he's getting the 10 rebounds. There's a couple centers that like he might struggle to get 10 points against though, and one of them is going to be on the road versus Jared Allen. And he had 11 points last game.
So I'm going to be honest. I like Allen and Gobert double-doubles here again tonight. I would not talk anybody off of either of those. And me personally, I would rather go double-double on each of them than either of their rebounding props. Because you're getting better value at Allen at 8.5. Like, I think just take the double-double. And then Gobert, I don't want to lay the 11.5. I'd rather just take the double-double at plus money. So, yeah, I like both of those double-double looks. Do you have any Nas Reed thoughts? Kind of a quiet game for him in the last matchup. He did get 24 minutes, though. Be honest, I have no thoughts. Maybe a PR under, but that would be my only thought.
Yeah, if I wasn't going no ladder.
You broke up for a second.
My bad. You can hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I was done talking. But if I'm going from this game like no ladder shit, just regular lines, I probably go Jared Allen 8.5 rebounds. I could get down with the Dante DiVincenzo, his over 13.5 points, whatever odds you can find on that, over 12.5 points. And then yeah, something for D Mitch. I go Jared Allen rebounds, I go Dante, and probably something for D Mitch.
Agreed. I definitely love the D Mitch. J Main, appreciate you tapping in. What's going on, man? I got one play out and a couple leans. I got Rudy double-double, Allen double-double, both leans of mine. This is the 1:00 game, so it kicks off in 45 minutes, or tips off, I should say. I lean under Nas Reed PRs. I'm not going to get there. How did Garland do in the last matchup? 16 and 8. We're getting a 6.5, but again, we don't have – well, they say 8 potentials. Is that real? Because he had 8 assists. This other app still doesn't have
it. It's not showing potential.
On the NBA.com, yeah. So I think that number is just like just because he had 8 assists, they've got something filled in there. But I do lean over Garland's assists. Let's talk about Anthony Edwards. I think he had a 30 ball last game, didn't he?
No, 25.
He had a really good first half, I want to say.
He had 25, 7 and 9 for Ant.
Okay, so yeah, he had 11 in the first quarter, but then really cooled off. Nothing in the second. Interesting. What were his threes last game? He had 4 threes, only 7 potentials though, or 7 attempts.
See, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I'm seeing, like numbers wise. Like.
I agree. I'm not in love with it.
It's not as much data to back picks for this, just because we can't see the the numbers from last I did.
I have been printing on Merrill threes, and points is good too.
My thing is he knocked down 6 just now, so like he's gonna shoot at least 6 because he just knocked down 6 or something.
No, I
like that.
agree.
Something like that. He shot 5 for 11, so you can count him at least shooting 5 threes. I'm not gonna make 5 threes in a game versus one team and then go out and play them a couple days later and not shoot again.
Chef, injury management, what? Is there a player out? I haven't seen anything on Underdog. Oh, wait, I do have one a minute ago. Garland, Mitchell, Merrill, Mobley, Allen. Okay, Merrill's starting. Let's run it. I'm going to go – I don't know if I'm going points or threes yet. Or I might go 50-50 on each, like half unit one side, half a unit on the other.
Have you bet on DeAndre Hunter yet? I don't know.
This season, yeah, but mostly when they're injured.
He's I don't know if he's trying to get traded or what, bro. But if you look at his recent game log, he's kind of been hooping, and he's been rebounding, which is like something I've been waiting for him to do. Obviously, he's a bigger dude, and he hasn't rebounded, and lately he's been a little consistent volume. I was looking at like the PR, something like that.
Looks great without Wade and Strus.
Yeah,
even without Strus individually.
Yeah, I went back and looked at all his rebounds last game. He was guarding. So what I noticed is with Minnesota having more guards in their rotation, Naj Reid's kind of less on ball. So Naj Reid was in the corner, and DeAndre Hunter was guarding him. So he was in some decent rebound spot. I kind of like his 4 or 5 rebounds for plus money. I wish I knew how many rebound chances he had, but he finished the game with 7. If this game is as close, I know it's kind of like I said, it's a little less data to back these picks, but no, a lot of people hit their numbers in this last game. And if this game's close, a lot of people can do the same thing again.
I agree. No, I do like Hunter here. I'm
What's the PR at?
15.5, I think, painted.
Ain't that low?
Matchup.
Ain't that low, man? Like, they need somebody off the bench, right? So, wait, who's the rotation? Mitchell, Merrill, Mobley, Garland, Hunter. They all played 30+. I mean, DeAndre Hunter played off the bench with 6 man. He played 27 minutes. Other than that, Porter and Tyson. But they didn't play as many. Yeah, I mean, 6-man roll. That line's low. You can collab on that.
I think he's playing at least 25 minutes tonight, if it's competitive.
15.5 is a low line. I ain't mad at that. I'm getting at 130, minus 130 on Onyx.
Yeah, there's a 120 at FanDuel.
What's the PR? Yeah, is there any difference? Because he did have 4 assists. I don't know how many potentials. I don't know how many passes.
It's a lot less available. I'd probably just run the PRs. 15.5, 120.
Bro, I fucking sniped the Portis double-double last night, plus 900 before the game started. That shit was insane.
Against my Lakers, too. Disgusting.
That boy on the trade block, man.
He really is. Minnesota's going to make a move. All right, I'm running this. I'm going to go to FanDuel. Yeah, if you want to do a collab, we'll get it right up after stream.
Yeah, I'm locking it in right now.
Oh, fuck. That game's at 1 o'clock. Going to be hard to get a collab in.
You want to put like a slip together and do a little same game collab, or you just want to collab on the play?
Yeah, let's do that. We'll do a same game collab in the later slate.
Okay, bet.
That way we can give it some time on the timeline. All right, y'all. Give me just 1 second. I gotta record this, bet it. I gotta do some things. So let me get this in real quick. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I need just a second. I'm gonna bet it, release it, and then we're good to go. FanDuel, why'd you just log me out?
Yeah, I'll be back on when I'll be back on a little bit.
Okay, sounds good, bro.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all. Give me 1 second. I gotta get this out now, and then and we're good. Adding DeAndre Hunter over 15.5 PRs minus 120 at FanDuel. It is a stream release. DeAndre Hunter over 15.5 PR minus 120. FanDuel stream release. All right, let me get that in the banner and we will move. I do really like the Sam Merrill as well, bro. I do really like the Sam Merrill, fellas. DeAndre Hunter over 15.5 PR. I see Sam Merrill. I don't know if I want to go points or threes, though. That's the real thing. And then I will circle back to Randall. That total is 240. I mean, there should be a lot to go around. I've already got 2 overs in that game, a starter and a bench player. I'm going to chill on Merrill, but if I had to bet it, I'd go 305 at Rivers. If I had to bet it, I'd go 305 at Rivers. I do like that line a lot. I just don't want to overinvest. I don't want to this game be a blowout and be down 3 units before the day starts. I really like the Rudy double-double, the Allen double-double, Garland's assists. Randall, we had RA requests. I know he just cooked on the rebounds, man, but I mean, it's Mobley. I don't have opinions on the rebounds or the assists, y'all. I don't. I really don't. Yeah, I saw Anthony Edwards was on the injury management, but he was announced available earlier today, unless something new came out. He had 25 in the last matchup we spoke on. He got hot early, really cooled off. How many of his threes were in the first half or that first quarter? Okay, it was 2 and 2. I don't love the volume of only 7, though, so going to be nothing official there for me either. Let's move on. Just going to be 2 games, 2 plays in that game. There we go. Miami versus Indy. What's the spread in this game? Wow, FanDuel moved 2 cents the other way after I bet it. Damn it. Not a good sign. Wrong app. Six and a half, 7.5 point favorites here for Miami on the road. Bam has been killing his double. Oh, no, that's his threes. I think his double-double's been cashing. No, okay, it was cashing and then it's taken 3 games off. Indiana does not rebound the ball well. What is his rebounds line today? It is 9.5 juice to the over. I would lean double-double here versus Indiana. They allow a bunch of rebounds. I lean under his points here as well. Jaquez is the only questionable one. Total in this one's 234.5. I do lean under the points of 16.5. I'd like it a little bit higher, but I do lean under this. Lean under. I don't love it. It's a very small sample size with their star, all 3 of their stars. So lean under, nothing official for Bam. I tried to bet Khalil Ware PR in the Chicago game, but that game was canceled, postponed, whatever, for water on the court or whatever the situation was. Don't like it as much today. Jay Huff under his rebounds. Full transparency, I've had some difficulty spotting his minutes, but also I don't know if that's my fault because his minutes have been super sporadic. Actually, I don't think Miami rebounds the ball. No. Ross, if you have a really good personal feel that his minutes are sub 22, run it. If you're like me and you don't know what his minutes are, don't. If this is his minutes, run it. If this is his minutes, don't. That's how I feel, Ross. And you got to, I do this for a living, and I got to tell you, I don't know what Rick Carlisle is going to do with his minutes tonight. Full transparency. Davion Mitchell. These teams played this season? Yes, he had 0 assists, only played 19 minutes. Interesting. If it goes 7.5, I'm interested. Looks like it might bump up. If it goes 7.5, I'm interested in the under. That's a big if, though. McConnell, we did just cash a PA under versus Cleveland, and then he went crazy versus Charlotte, so don't know if I like that. Give me 1 second to look into that McConnell stuff. Let's wait on Nemhard news. Let's wait on Nemhard news before we attack anything there. Do you lean under hero points? Lean? I'm not going to get there. PAs are interesting for an under. Market's kind of split between 25.5 and 24.5. Hold on, I think we're getting injury news. Props.cash, appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate the likes and the retweets. Mom Who Bets, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the likes and the retweets. Dan Washington, appreciate you. Meet me at the Swan Station, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the likes and the retweets. Random Life, appreciate you as well. Appreciate all the likes and the retweets. Garland over 6.5 assists from Enrique Hernandez. Enrique, I actually do lean over there. I didn't bet it officially, but I do lean over there. Chris Mosley, I appreciate you tapping in this morning, bro. I appreciate the appreciate the retweets. Jose, appreciate you as well. Tim, appreciate the follow, man. Hope y'all are making money with me this season. I do like the hero under 25.5 PAs. I do like the hero under 25.5 PAs. And there are plenty of them in the market. 7 games this season. He came back for 1 game after a month's absence. He played 28 minutes. They get an extra day's rest because the Chicago game was postponed. I'm going to stay off of it because of those reasons. I do think he's playing 30, 31 minutes tonight, a little bit of a bump. So I lean over, but nothing official. Okay, moving on to the Clippers versus Detroit. Clippers are on a back-to-back. We cashed Kawhi under 33.5 PAs last night. Now it's 31.5, which, to be fair, this is what it closed at. Wait, is it all the way down to 29.5? Wow. Yeah, no, I don't want anything to do with that number. Cashed on it last night doesn't mean it's a good play today. I actually kind of like Harden in this matchup. I know it's a back-to-back. We spoke. I think Cade and Durant are both gonna, or Cade and Stewie are both gonna miss. They both miss shoot around. That's right. Kawhi had his 50 piece first, then 55. Bro, I'm gonna say your name wrong, but Rahiv, appreciate the like and the retweet, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. First of all, it has to be 7.5 for me to like it, and then the reason is Indy is first. No, that's not Indy. Indy is 7th in assists allowed per game. And it's like just experience betting on Davian. Like I've bet on him a lot this season. That 6.5 has been very important. That 7.5. Under 7.5 has been a lot more effective than that under 6.5. He tends to be around that 6, 7, 8 number. So 7.5 under, got to be at 7.5. Don't like it at 6.5 at all. And that's very true for a lot of like rebounds and assists prop. Like 1 point makes all the difference. I mean, I think it makes a difference in an NBA spread of 13, but like when we're talking about the difference of 6.5 and 7.5 in a prop, that's huge. Cade Cunningham, we would be doing ourselves a disservice not to speak on him today. Last matchup, 27, 5, and 9. He had 3 threes on 7 attempts in 32 minutes. I lean over this 36.5. Would love it at like 35.5. I do lean over. Clippers are, I believe, first in assists allowed per game. No, that's very wrong. 11th, not first. I lean over Cade. I can't get there, but I do lean over Cade. Just call me Kumar. Okay, a little bit easier to say. I appreciate that. A little bit easier to say. I appreciate that. Cade, lean over. I can't get there. I lean over. John Collins has been playing exceptionally well. John Collins has played exceptionally well. Once Zoo went down, his role increased, and then after that, he just kind of has not let go of it. Line 13.5 here, back-to-back, possible people sitting. I lean over here. Has Zoo played a back-to-back since he has returned? No. He did only play 25 minutes last game, though, so he probably gets his run. But I lean over John Collins. I do lean over John Collins. Obviously, another guy that we've made some money betting on this season is Duncan Robinson. What are they versus spot up? The price is getting away from us. It's like 130, but I do like Duncan over 2.5 threes here tonight. I got him shooting about 8. 7 in the last game. I think I would put him. That's a fair floor. Let's go 6 as a floor, 10 as a ceiling. I think he shoots 8. This is what I think we get out of Cade. Isn't on the blue book yet. There's a good reason. He didn't go through shoot around. I don't think he's been announced out, but he didn't go through shoot around. And honestly, that probably negatively impacts Duncan. So let's just see the lineups for Detroit. San Antonio versus Boston. Injury news. Boston is on a back-to-back. Champagny is a game-time decision. He did play 34 minutes versus the Lakers. Wow, that 2.5 threes line for Champagny is minus 150. We played it at plus 144 like a week ago. Wimby played 26 in his last game, coming off of 2 days rest in what may be competitive depending on who Boston trots out there tonight. So I guess Nemus will be his matchup. Some Luke Garza. I do like Wimby over his PRs. Probably plays in the realm of 21 to 28 minutes. Now, this is one question. Like, I wish I had someone else up here to dialogue with, because is Wimby only ever going to play that many minutes in his career? I mean, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games since he's returned from injury. I've never seen anyone take this long to kind of get their minutes back. The hip clip, Donovan for sure, no questions asked, 100%. Donovan over his points. Dude, take a look at JB. Right. Let me guess, John or Ross, because I've looked at this before. I think it's really bad, but a lot of the games have been blowouts and his minutes are reduced. Let's see if I'm right. Really bad blowouts, reduced minutes. Yes, I have been hip to this trend. I mean, Castle is not a bad defender. I guess that's who draws the JB matchup. But see, here's my thing, Ross. These 3 games don't count if you think the game's competitive. Like, just write it off. He's not playing 25 minutes. And it's a pick'em. Pick'em, I mean, I've seen pick'ems be blowouts. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm well aware. One second here. Won by 32, lost by 27, won by 36, won by 2. I got to stay off JB completely just because those first 3 games are just abysmal. Not a good representation. Now, that last game, Minnesota, who struggles versus pick and roll ball handlers, only having 19, there might be something there. Outside of that, though, those first 3 games, he played 25 minutes. I wouldn't use that as like anything to go against. Might have interest here. If there's a 20.5 at a couple different books right now, we're betting it. So get ready. I'll tell you where all is available. MGM MGM Prop Builder, Pinnacle, Caesars, Hard Rock. Yeah, all of those spots. Go now. Do not wait. I'm going to Caesar Prop Builder. Adding De'Aaron Fox under 20.5 points. Okay, let me get that. Give me 1 second here. Okay, let's get active. I like that a lot. Let's get active. I like that a lot. Obviously, we want to look at Castle in this matchup. His PAs have been good to us. Looks like they've fallen off there the last 2 games. Also, sub minutes, though. Do we believe this is a competitive game? I think it stays competitive. I do lean over here. Am I running this? Let's keep shopping. King Cabano, appreciate you tapping in this morning, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. Good morning. Good morning. Well, I guess it's afternoon over here on the East Coast. Good morning to all my West Coasters. There's a 24.5 minus 06 over at FanDuel. Lean over Castle. I do lean over there. I like Champagne's alt threes. Sorry. Lean over, nothing official. Boston, correct me if I'm wrong. Boston allows a bunch of catch and shoot, right? Could be wrong. Yeah, they're damn near dead last. Okay, yeah, I was correct about that. Nothing there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Boston's getting somebody back. Maybe not. Okay. Manat is a game time decision. Looks a hell of a lot better without him. I do like his threes over, especially in the backup role. Like if his minutes go together with Luke Cornett's, I like that a lot. Yeah, I do like that a lot. I do like that a lot. That might be a live play for me. We got a lot of action today, though, so a lot of games today, so we'll be busy. All right, I'm going to wrap this game up. Definitely have some plays, some thoughts, some leans, and definitely could have some late ads. Let's move on to Dallas versus Chicago. What's the injury news? Because there's not much open. Hoyter, Smith, whatever in the hell bro's name is. We don't have many lines up for this game for whatever reason. Chef, we briefly spoke about it. He struggled in back-to-backs this season, but 3 of those games have been massive blowouts. I think I'm just going to stay completely off of JB today, personally. Going to say no opinions. Cooper Flagg's line is 23.5. They're super depleted. What's Clay's line? 14.5, probably 3.5 here. I don't like that price. Kobe White missed this game. Am I correct about that? Kobe White missed the last game. Am I correct about that? 1 second. Yeah, he did. I don't see him on the injury report today. I don't think there's any games. Maybe one or two. One game. 23 minutes. This number is too high for 23 minutes. I guess no Voider could lead to more minutes too. Okay, I'm going to leave it as a lean for now, but I do lean under Trey Jones PAs as well in this game. We had a request on Max Christie first quarter without Anthony Davis. And let's just look at this season. Over in 12 of 18. Okay, let's go talk about Boston play types. Let me go look at the mobile app and see how they have been from above the break over their last 10 games. Max. Chicago 27th versus two guards. Struggling from above the break and the corners. I don't know if I'm going first quarter, but I might go full game threes. Over 2.5 minus 130. $120 at MGM. I like Max Christie's threes. You know what? I don't bet first quarter stuff, but Max Christie first quarter points also looks good at 3.5. Said the line's 3.5, 56% hit rate without AD on the season. I'm not mad at that either, bro. I like both of those reads. That's going to wrap it up for that game. We don't have a lot of lines. Let's get into Charlotte versus Utah and then get on to the NFL. We're about 50 minutes deep here. Shout outs to everybody that's tapping in. Well over 1,000 viewers live. I do appreciate each and every one of you that have tapped in here today, whether just for a second or for the whole stream. M. Knight, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the likes and the retweets this morning, bro. Appreciate all of y'all for tapping in this morning. Okay, we move. What's the spread in this game? 5.5. The game is in Utah. Let's talk about injuries. Kalkbrenner, I think I saw probable, but a game time decision. Truth questionable here. Marketing still out. I got this first quarter shit on. Hold on. If you know me, we have faded top rebounders versus Utah quite often this year, and we have made money on that quite often this year. Not the matchup I'm attacking here with Nurk. No, and honestly, with the injuries they've had recently, like there's been a couple that have like gone over slightly, so I'm cool off of Nurk today. I don't want to run the over, but I don't want to run the under here. Over points actually are somewhat interesting, but what worries me is how many points has he grabbed recently off of offensive rebounds? 5, 7. I think those are going to be harder to come by today. Going to just completely stay off of Nurk. Kyle might hit a 3 or 2. I've got no other real reads there. LaMelo had 33, but Brandon Miller got ejected in that last game. Not saying LaMelo was playing well before that, don't get me wrong. Probably got a couple extra minutes because of it. I mean, his minutes are so handicapped right now that it's his assists feel a little too high, but Utah allows the most assists per game. So I can't bring myself to bet it. Nothing for me on LaMelo. Keontae's going to have crazy usage today. 27.5 still might be a little too high. Kyle under his boards. I know I just saw his ass here. I don't care if Nurkic plays. What? Hold on, Ross. Probably. Let me make sure I'm not missing nothing. I don't care if Nurk plays in this one or not. 7.5. They on dope. Okay, give me one more second. I have to, and if anyone can tell me this, tell me, but did that line go 8.5 to 7.5, or is it 7.5 going 8.5? It'd be a big difference on how I play this. The only reason it's a difference, if it's 7.5 going 8, I'm waiting. If it's 8.5 that went 7.5, I don't have to wait. We can bet it now. I know some of y'all want like the more like, why is that? So that's why. I want to get the best number, but if it's coming down, then now is the best number. If it's going up, later may be the best number. Why you not have a FanDuel number right now? This already was 8.5. I don't think it's going back up. Hold on. FanDuel does alts. Is FanDuel open yet? That's a big question too. I would lay like an under 8.5, 140 here gladly. I'd probably make it like minus 275. Okay, Ross, this is the late game. The number I want is not available. I don't give a shit if Nurkic plays. I'm betting this. Let's let FanDuel open, some alts open. Let's let the market settle. I love this look. I just want to be patient because I think we may get 8.5. So let's be patient. I love that look. LOVE. Love that look. Love that look. I'm just going to wait and let's just pray we get a FanDuel open your way under whatever the case may be. I would lay up to 150 for sure. No questions asked. Let's keep it moving on the under 8.5. Yeah, let's get it. Let's just wait. But yeah, I love it. I love it. All right. Anything else in this game? What did Sexton do in the last matchup? And what were his minutes? Colin. For some reason, I'm not seeing him. He only played 18 minutes. He did have foul trouble. They allow the most assists per game. I like the matchup. I lean over, but nothing official. J-Main, I spoke on this a little bit. I don't trust the coach. Charles Lee, I think I might be fucking that up. I don't trust him. I do trust him now. I know LaMelo will play between 23 and 29 minutes. I know they allow the most assists, so like it's close, but I don't like it. If it goes 7.5, reasonable number, 120, might be interested in the over, but right now, that 8, yeah, I just got nothing. I got nothing on that. Brandon Miller, is he going to play a little pissed off? He got ejected last game. I think he plays like 31 to 37 minutes tonight. We'll go 31 to 30, 32 to 39. They do allow the most threes in the league. Let's look into that a little bit. It's possible. We've got movement in the Pistons game. Any news? B Water, my friend. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Appreciate the like. Appreciate the retweets. Kawhi is questionable for today. We spoke about that. I had a feeling. I wish I just ran Harden's over. Let's see if we can snipe one real quick. Go to your favorite book. MGM or Rivers will probably be the last to move. Close. I'm good with this 23.5 with or without him too. Game is about to start for the... Okay, there's nothing locked. I might just get this in. Rivers, I think, is still open. They are. I'm going to take a 23.5 minus 0.9. Check my location. Bitch, I'm in the middle of fucking Maryland. What are you talking about? Check my locations. I need this in right now. I'm betting this. If you have Hard Rock, they could potentially be at 22.5. And if you're not unloading the clip there and middling later, I don't know what's wrong with you. Prop plug was good.
Yo.
It's good.
Oh.
Got it in. I just bet James Harden over. Kawhi is questionable.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got to get that in now. They're probably pulling that already.
Yeah, I know. I went to the slowest book, Rivers. I think MGM's still open, and so is Hard Rock right now.
I do got Hard Rock.
They might be at they might be at 22.5. I would smack the fuck out of it.
Zubac gonna crush.
Yeah. Is that what you're coming on to talk about?
Yeah, Zubac gonna crush for sure with no Darren.
Actually, yeah, I want to go look at his PR.
Is Stewart questionable still, or is Stewart playing?
He's questionable, and Eileen, he doesn't go. He did not go through shoot around this morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you definitely gotta jump on some stuff. For sure. Let me get into this league.
Everybody's reopening Harden right now, 23.5 juice to the over. Whatever book you bet on, he should be opening right now, and I would be betting the over.
You like the points?
Yeah, you PAs are probably all right, but I think
I like the double, bro.
I think Detroit is really good versus assists, aren't they?
Just without, it's just different without Darren and Stewart. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. That's 2/3.
Especially like around the rim type shits to Zoo. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think PAs double, all that's valid.
Yeah.
I might
241 for the double. I'm straight now, dude.
I might actually sprinkle that for a quarter
Let me
unit.
see if I can Let me see if I can put that with something. Hold on. I'm just not getting to this late. What do you like? Have you seen any double-doubles that have cross your mind?
Just the one you DM me. I like both of those. We talked about those. Gobert and Jared Allen.
That's just about to start right now.
Yeah, actually, I do like that Harden double look.
What about a Nemhart double? Is he playing?
Indy. Actually, I think he's questionable. Indy plays Miami. Let me check the injury report there. Yeah, game time decision, torso, back soreness.
Yeah, the slate's not that big, so there's shit to be found.
I will say one play I haven't ran yet. I'm just waiting for more lines to pop up. Kyle Filipowski's rebounds. I think FanDuel's going to open at 8.5. Maybe that's optimistic, but everyone else is like 7.5, 150 to the over.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Bro, do you think we play like a McConnell double-double? Just to,
So
like,
it crossed my mind. I would rather wait on Nemhard News because even without him, you're going to play.
Yeah, right. Let's look at reasonable odds.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if he's out, you can get his 10 assists at plus 948 for 10 assists.
I got plus 1250 somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they're super depleted, not mad at that look one
Or
bit.
just running for like 8. I mean, not to get greedy, you know what I'm saying? They're at the crib. That's what I'm saying. Like, Neymar's questionable, and even if he plays, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what's got going. But, like, 8 assists is plus 3. I'm just play that. 8 assists is plus 330. I'm going to just.
Bro, I've
get
made
that.
so much money this year. Stop getting carried away with the double doubles and triple doubles and run like 8 and 8s, 6 and 6s and ladder that shit up. That way you hit that 6 and 6, bro, you're going to get your bread back on the rest of the ladder.
I'm straighting. Okay, so I'm straighting Harden double-double at plus 248 on Onyx, and I'm straighting a McConnell 8 assists at plus 331 on Onyx. I only have Onyx and Hard Rock.
Yeah, plus McConnell voids if he doesn't go, so I like that look a lot.
Yeah. I mean, even if he plays, it's versus the Heat and it's at the crib. You know, McConnell always plays better at the crib. It's still no Mathurin, right? You know,
Still no Mathurin for sure. Yep.
Yeah, still no Mathurin. He's playing. I mean, how many? Let me go see his potential last game because I remember last game I was watching him with Nemhard out.
He cooked. I think he had like 23 points, maybe 9 assists.
It might even just be a rhythm thing. Like he might still just be
8 assists, 23 points,
27 minutes,
15 potential assists. So I mean, they were there.
If you looked at him, let's see something. Let's do McConnell with at least 10 potential assists. How many minutes do you think he plays?
25 to 29.
I'm gonna just do 20. Honestly,
20 to 30s can very good.
Yeah. Last 20 games. It's going back into last season too, with at least 10 potentials and at least 20 minutes. He's averaging 6.9 assists on 13 potentials. So like obviously, if whoever's listening, if we're telling you to take the 8, you could play the 6 at plus money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't gotta get greedy, but it's definitely a good look. And if Nemhard's out, obviously it's like a smash look, and those odds will move a little bit. I ain't mad at that.
I agree, 100% agree. Well, I've kind of wrapped up through the slate. Is there anything else before I get into the NFL you wanted to talk about in the NBA? Any other spots you like?
Nah, man. I'm gonna just go with you on the NFL. I'll flow with you. I haven't looked at this slate, but I'm definitely I'm gonna send some shit in the chat, and then if we love some, we can get some out to the people. We'll do that.
Yep. Small NFL slate today. I'm just going through the 2 Saturday games. I have one play in the LA versus Carolina. I think this is by far the biggest spread in the playoff and in the wild card round here. I took Kyron rush and receiving at 79.5 last night. FanDuel's still at 80.5. It's moved 1 yard there. I'm sure you can bet the 80 plus somewhere. Over this line in 8 of his last 10, I think some people may be worried about this line because Blake Corum has played well, and I think they had an equal snap share last. No. They did not have anywhere near equal snap share. They had similar rushing attempts. But the snap share, Kyron, you still see here 63. It was almost 64%. So he's going to be on the field a lot. Positive game script. They're 10.5-point favorites. They also allow the seventh most rushing receiving yards per game to running backs. So my first and only official play so far is Kyren Williams over 79.5 rushing receiving. Like I said, that 80 plus is probably available for like minus 125 right now at FanDuel. I played it 79.5, 114. So still definitely like all of the 80 plus numbers. Outside of that, I leaned over Bryce Young's passing yards just because it is a negative game script. I think he'll be forced to throw more than his average, which is like 21, or that's his completions. 28 is his average attempts. Let's go 25 plus on the season, 27 plus low key. I really feel like this is the kind of volume we're getting out of him. 189.5 available at FanDuel. And listen, sometimes I think FanDuel cringe. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Appreciate the like and the retweet. I think this is the first time I've seen a likes and a retweet from you. So if you're a new follower, I appreciate you tapping in. Go live noon every single day to go over to Slate. So appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate having you, bro. I do like the 190 plus here for Bryce Young, bro. I think his average in attempts today is going to be his floor. Unless you think they're going to come out and manhandle them, which I don't. But, I mean, if you like Carolina in this game, you might not like the passing yards, but I do like the Rams. I have no opinion on Stafford. I mean, this is a really good pass defense. 6th in passing attempts, 7th in touchdowns allowed, 10th in completions, 14th in yards. In big wins, I definitely would lean under. Oh, Cringe, you came from calling the shot show. Nice. Appreciate you tapping in. I will be back. Not a calling the shot show, but Sosa's going to go live at 2 to go into NFL a little more in depth. So this is kind of my precursor. I will be jumping on over there to drop the NFL plays as well. Appreciate you tapping in over here as well, though, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. I might rock a completions under 33.5. I mean, attempts under 33.5 here. Give me 1 second to shop this a little bit more. If anything under, Reed, appreciate you tapping in, bro. Appreciate the likes and the retweets. Appreciate all y'all tapping in this morning. If anything, it would be an under PAs if I bet any unders, but I don't think I'm going to get there for real. Let me go ahead and do this. Let me get Kyren on the screen. Get that up on the screen. Yeah, Cringe, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, if y'all are tapping in on X, man, make sure you drop a like, drop a retweet, man. Showing love is free. Showing love is free. All right, let's go to the receiving yards and receptions here. Obviously, Kyren, so it's not like 13, 10, 21. Targets aren't crazy outside of last week where he had 5. We're already on the rushing receiving here. That was last week, right? No, they lost last week. No, they won last week. Over is 9.5 in 5 straight. I just took the rushing receiving. I think he might have like a catch that he breaks for 17, 18 yards. So I like the receiving over as well. What's his long? I don't have his reception long. I would be interested in that if it's offered. It's probably like 8. So, I like the RAs better, but not mad at, or rushing receiving better, but not mad at anything. Kyren over related there. I think McMillan is going to have – now he is a rookie in the playoffs, so let's keep that in mind. I think he's going to have a big volume game. Let's go games of like – I truly believe the floor is 6 with no ceiling. You got to play here?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, can you hear me, Prop? You? Think we lost him. Just in, Steelers do want Aaron Rodgers to return next season, which I think we all kind of knew as soon as they got the playoff berth. Let me try this. Remove him and put him back on the stage. What the hell? I got 2 prop plugs in here. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. I just I closed my shit. Yo, I want to throw some shit out. I got a slide, and then I'm gonna slide through social space in a minute.
Yep, what you got?
So I wrapped it up for the NBA. That McConnell 8 assists. I'm straightening these. So I got that McConnell 8 assists. I got the Harden double. I like a Jaylen Brown double or a rebound ladder. Or honestly, bro, I think Jaylen Brown can triple double. I'm not saying can. I like that. So McConnell 8 assists for the chat. Harden double, and you can go like a Jaylen Brown 8 and 8 maybe, or 8 rebounds. Like he's playing Wemby, and he got to play big because Keita or whatever the fuck Keita got to guard Wemby, and Jaylen Brown is like their only other big body in the starting lineup. So Jaylen Brown has to play big on that weak side. He's gonna be around the rim, and I like the defense to make him pass it. They got a lot of physical guards over there, and they got Wemby at the rim. So like it ain't like Jaylen Brown can have his way. So, and then I noticed that AD and PJ out, so they're playing the Bulls in the same kind of thing. Vooch is pulling out Gafford. So either Cooper Flag or Najee Marshall are the other 2 big bodies in that lineup that got to play big at the rim. So you can get like a Najee Marshall 8 rebounds, like plus 229. These are all very, very good priced straight bets. And if you hit 2 of them, you're up a lot.
Right.
Yeah. What up?
No, I was just agreeing with you. Only got to hit 2 of those.
Like for the chat, bro. Jaylen Brown double plus 307, a Harden double plus 230 now. Kind of odds went down. Najee Marshall 8 rebounds plus 229, and McConnell 8 assists plus 331. Just straight them. You can parlay them if you're a degenerate, but 2 of them gonna hit, and we're up, Brad.
I do like that look a lot. For anyone trying to find the Cavaliers game, it is on Amazon. This shit is so annoying. Here it is. Watch live.
I'm gonna get something in that late game for the NBA. I just, I'm gonna wait to see if Nurkic is in, and then this is definitely like a LaMelo Ball double spot in Utah. Something like that is gonna happen for sure.
No, I agree. Gobert started the game off with a board. Nice. Dave, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the likes and the retweets. Prop plug, appreciate you tapping in.
Yeah, I'm gone. I'll be in social space later, bro.
Sounds good. I appreciate you dropping the NBA plays.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, I do have one more play in this game. I'm going to add it. I just bet it while Prop Plug was going over his plays. Devontae Adams anytime touchdown is minus 118 at Bet Rivers. And, see the market's around minus 140. So I do like Devontae anytime touchdown. Donovan Mitchell just hit a 3. That is great for our over. I went 1/2. Start over. I went a half unit on the anytime touchdown. Well, to win a half a unit. So it was 0.63, I believe. 0.69. 0.59. There we go. 0.59 for the Devontae Adams. And I'm going to get that one up right after stream. Anything else? If you're in the Discord, I'll get that one out right after stream. Let's just finish the NFL here real quick. Moving on to Green Bay versus Chicago. This is the late game tonight. This is a much closer game. Where do I have my NFL spreads up? Over here. Donovan, just shoot that. Sam Merrill? No. Mobley with the bucket. All right, the spread in this one, 1.5. Bears are slight underdogs at home. I know Micah Parsons. I know they just add Diggs. I actually am like a Caleb Williams denier, but this 206.5 feels a little too low. And he's generally done better in first halves, first drives. I could see like scripted first drive, he plays very well, and then you just middle the under. Pray you get like a 239. He has like 50, 60 first drive. So halfway through the first quarter, he's on pace for 240. Damn, Donovan just missed a 3. I do lean over there. Jordan Love, kind of the opposite. I think they're going to be more, they don't have Ben Johnson. Let's control the pace of play. Matt LaFleur. I think Matt LaFleur is going to have a more conservative kind of plan here for this game, obviously, than Ben Johnson. I talked to some friends that bet the NFL somewhat successfully, and I heard some DeAndre Swift over talk. Not a read that I would expect to hear a lot, but some people that I respect bet his overs. So I'll give you that piece of info. Donovan just got 2 more. Not a look I had though. So, take that with a grain of salt. I will say if you think Green Bay wins this game by more than a field goal, more than a touchdown specifically, and that's, not being a Green Bay fan. I'm saying if you're not being biased and you think Green Bay, controls the game here, I would like Josh Jacobs overs. His attempts were 18.5. You see that's higher than what he's done recently. Market's telling me, just, looking at the market, listening to the market, I think it's fair to expect something like this tonight. And then if you go here and you go 15 plus, and you look at this season, then if you go to the Bears, you see what I mean? The market's telling us he's going to get the volume. If he gets the volume versus a not very good defense. Oh, Sosa's in the building. What's good, Sosa? Appreciate you tapping in, bro.
What's the deal, my brother? How are you? How we feeling?
Good, man. I was just telling the people I'll be on your show here in about 40 minutes.
Yeah, man. You already know. I gotta I'm locked in, man. I love the NFL. Y'all love the NBA. And I appreciate the NBA, but the NFL is where I make a killing. I love the playoffs too. The playoffs are great. You got your selections narrowed down. It's pretty easy to focus on a couple of games as opposed to 15, right? You don't have that FOMO that you're worried about. Oh man, I missed this one. I didn't get this one. I kept it simple. Did you talk about the weather at all? Because all I heard all week was the weather, but it's not even supposed to be snowing or anything. It's supposed to be cold.
Yeah, no, I haven't spoke on it, but the same thing all week. I thought they were in storm, or they were going to get a blizzard. Now it's just going to be cold, no snow. So I don't think there's a big factor there. What are your thoughts, though?
I got a couple plays that I love that I've already put out in this one. Did you already talk about the Rams game?
Yeah, we can circle back, though, because I only had 2 in there. So what are your thoughts here?
In this Green Bay game, I like Caleb Williams rush yards. I also think that another play that is good money in this one is Rome Odunze's longest reception. If he's going to play, he's healthy. He led the team in targets. He led the team in vertical plays. I know Luther Burton has come on, but it's something about having that trust factor, especially in a playoff game. I think that if he plays, he's in for a big game. If you're going to give me his longest reception at 17.5, when it was hovering at 26, 25 when he went out, I mean, how could I not bet that? That's one play, one 20-yard catch. He's good for one in every single game he finished this year.
And it's not like him and Caleb don't have
they have legit chemistry, right? Like last year, you saw it coming on. He also accomplished a number last year against Green Bay when they played. Obviously, he missed both the matchups this year in the last 5 weeks because they played in the last month of the season. But I like Rome Odunze. Then in the Rams game, I love Jalen Coker today.
See, I was going to ask you about Coker and Tet and see what you were thinking on each of those guys.
I mean, you got to I'm not mad at either, simply because what do we expect from this game? It's a 10.5-point spread. So Vegas is trying to tell us that they expect the Rams to beat the shit out of them. Now, 10.5 points is absolutely disrespectful, especially considering they won the first matchup. Now, obviously, Devontae wasn't available in that one.
Right.
And he won.
I do like him to score today. So, I mean, he is a difference maker, 100%.
Right. He changes everything, right? And then also, the thing that I'm seeing more than anything is that the world is on Kyren Williams today.
Yes, I am one.
Who did not hit his number in the first time they played.
That's a good point.
So not that scares me, but I'm not gonna lie. It is very popular across the board for people. A lot of people on Kyren Williams. I'm not mad at it, but he just so happened to be the last team he did not get his number against. Obviously, game script's gonna change. Devontae is gonna take a corner away, probably force a safety over to a side. And, he makes life easier for everybody, especially Puka. I mean, Puka's a beast in himself, but by himself. But when you add the fact that you have a prototypical X on the other side that's going to play on the outside the entire game, it gives him so much freedom and freelance to basically just move and adjust to wherever he wants. Also, how can you be mad at Devontae Adams' touchdown? I mean, look at the numbers on his touchdown. I mean, red zone, everything. And then my favorite play, I can't lie to you. I don't care if people keep telling me Higbee's back. Look at Kobe Parkinson over 19.5 yards, bro. I mean, I don't think that metrics is everything, but how can you look at this and not say he's going to get 20 yards? That's with Higbee in the lineup. That's with them running 3 tight end sets. That's with Ferguson having a monster game in between this, and he's gotten this number in all of the games. This is kind of crazy.
This is stupid because the weakest spot Charlotte, I mean, I guess they are in Charlotte, Carolina is specifically in the passing game in the middle of the field. That's where he's getting 85% of his yards.
And even more so today. Because what will Carolina do? Carolina will play tough. They'll play softer defenses in the back to try and make sure they don't get beat over the top. And I think that you're going to get a bunch of spam zones in the back end. And he's going to, I see multiple tight ends having a pretty good game in this one because of what you just said. The first priorities to take away are the guys on the outside.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that look a lot as well. I actually really like the Colby. Do I run that right now?
That's what I'm saying. And Carolina, I think this could be an entertaining game.
I know, like 10.5, I agree, feels like a lot. I mean, maybe 7. This game's in Carolina. It's not like it's at SoFi.
Yeah, which isn't much of a like a big thing. So going to SoFi ain't a big deal either. The road teams go pull up the SoFi and beat them all the time.
Yeah, no, that's true. Although I don't know, Carolina fans might go crazy today, bro. When's the last time they were in the playoffs? Cam Super Bowl year.
I was funny story. I was at that game, and I was cheering so hard for Carolina. It was one of the fucking craziest. That was one of the craziest seasons too, because his number one receiver got hurt. Ted Ginn was the number one receiver on the team that year, and they got to a Super Bowl. It's insane.
Yep.
So yeah, first time since, and here we are. It's and then they got Cam Newton banging the drum at the game today, I think.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that.
Yeah, they're bringing him back to bang the drum.
Fans are going to go crazy.
Yeah, I can't see like a situation where they don't get where the energy isn't there. I think that, and also like I like Bryce in these moments. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like everybody, football's a one-shot deal every time, and you're gonna have times where the matchups aren't perfect, right? I think that Bryce is gonna show he's a gamer today. You gave us
almost took his over. Almost took his over.
You know what this team kind of reminds me of? And it's not like the same personnel, but remember when right before Seattle started to be good, remember they were like 8-9 or 8-8 or 7-9 when they won the division. And then the Beast Quake happened when everybody was like, they're going to get their asses whooped. New Orleans is going to walk in there and beat the shit out of them in their stadium. And they were touchdown dogs at the crib and won the game outright. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but the parallels mirror it pretty perfectly. Got a West Coast team traveling, you know what I mean? West Coast team traveling east. Early start on a Saturday. It sounds sweet, right? Oh, they're 10.5 point favorites. They're just going to beat the shit out of them. I don't know. I maybe not early on. Maybe they run away with it at the end, and maybe Bryce gives them a turnover or two. I don't know, but I love playoff football.
Give me Carolina money line to bust everybody's fucking playoff parlays. You know what I'm saying? Like Vegas is preying on that.
Like that's another thing. Have we watched this defense the last month?
10.5 is crazy. The more we talk, the more I'm like, how are we getting to 10.5? I don't know if the Rams are scoring 24 points. I think Carolina can give you 14. The Rams might not score 21. Like I think
the Rams score like 30.
What do you think Carolina scores?
25, 26. Listen, I think the Rams win the game, right? And also, like, I want to see if there's a chess match here. If Carolina's going to go out here and try to play press man against Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams for 50 plays, they're going to get fucking killed.
You're right.
And then also something I mentioned the last time they played, Mike Jackson having familiarity with the Rams because he used to play in Seattle really does help. And it helped because he had a pick 6 in the first matchup.
Right.
He does have familiarity with McVay and the checks in regards to receivers. That's something that they used to their advantage the first time they played. So, also wouldn't be mad at both quarterbacks to throw an interception.
Ooh,
I think that's a nice.
I haven't heard any interception plays. That is interesting.
Nice little pocket here where you got a high total on the board. You got two teams that like to put the ball in the air. We're talking one deflected pass, one bad pass from Bryce in the second half when they're down by 24 and he's trying to backdoor. Yeah. Played a clean game the first time. I don't expect that. I mean, I expect him to be a gamer, but I expect him to, possibly make a couple of mistakes. It was not out of the realm of belief.
I like both to throw an interception. Is this last year? Did Stafford have to play in the East Coast at all in the playoffs?
Did they make the playoffs last year?
That's what I was just trying to think, bro.
I don't think they made the playoffs last year. Or did they?
How has Stafford played on the East Coast this year? He had 3 versus Atlanta. Detroit's kind of middle of the country. 2 versus Carolina.
Detroit was at the crib.
Oh, Detroit was at the crib. Good call.
There were 2 to Carolina. Yeah. And one was a pick 6. The Carolina game was a pick 6.
I like both.
Yeah, I think the one in Atlanta was too. Atlanta was a pick 6 too.
Yeah, one of them.
Watts had one, and then in the Carolina game was Mike Jackson.
Yep. Yeah. I like both of those. I like both of those a lot, man. I think You talked about Coker. Do you want to, or Coker? Do you want to talk more about these receivers? Is there one on the Carolina side you like better than the other?
I just think two things that kind of hurt Coker to start the season was the fact that he was injured. He was their best receiver last year, and he developed an actual relationship with the quarterback. And I think that was the biggest thing, is that, like, you didn't really see it, but you're seeing it now. I mean, he just had a season high in targets. He had 7 targets last week. When he saw the Rams the first time, he had a season high in yards.
With 6 targets there.
It's just a good matchup. You know what I mean? He's also running hot. When you're running hot and McMillan's playing, that lets me know his target share is not going anywhere. And ultimately, defenses are going to try to take the X away first. They're going to try to take McMillan out of the game, or at least account for him first. So, you know, I think also this defense hasn't been great for the Rams. They've been good at times, but they have not been great. They run a very similar setup to what they saw last week, and Bryce torched that Tampa defense. If I'm not gonna lie, if it didn't rain, I think Bryce and them could have won that game. I think the weather really fucked him up. The flea flicker was a terrible call.
Yes.
And those are things you got to account for, but that's the issue for me. It's like, you watch the game, they had plenty of opportunities to be in it. It's just the weather and play calling. That flea flicker might have been the dumbest call of any coach all year.
Yeah.
If we're being honest, that might have been the worst call we've seen the entire season.
Wasn't there a really bad one in the
rain?
Wasn't there a really bad one just in the college football playoffs?
Yeah, when Alabama had 4th and 1 and he decided to run a speed sweep to the edge for no fucking reason. He could just literally the quarterback could have just fell forward and got a first down, but he wanted to run a speed sweep instead of a QB draw with a mobile quarterback who had done it all year. Yeah.
Hey, man, let's talk about Indiana real quick. We're kind of in the stream here with the NFL. I'll probably drop more in your stream, but what do you think about that game last night?
You know what, man? I'm a hater. Everyone knows that, right? Like, I'm honest about when I'm a hater. And I'll tell you how the hate was brought in for me. I'm a Notre Dame guy. I'm a huge Notre Dame fan. We played Cignetti last year. We beat Cignetti last year in the playoff.
Let me just stop you. We'll continue this conversation. If anybody's watching the Cavs game, Bones Highland just did the craziest, dumbest. I mean, it was the craziest bucket I've ever seen, bro. Time is expiring. Pump fake from the 3-point line. Dude jumps. He takes not a step through, a 1-step fade away off the glass, falling out of bounds. This kid is something. But no, I'm sorry. Getting back to college, Cignetti actually played at WVU, graduated from WVU. So I'm a big Kurt Cignetti fan. It was really before my time, but anyone that kind of represents the brand, I'm a big fan of. So I like Cignetti, but I understand he's easy to hate.
But see, it's not even – listen, my dislike came from, you can be good, but don't take, little side jabs. Say what you want to say and stand on it. Now, 99% of the time he's done that. If you notice, the only time he's not done that is with Notre Dame. And I didn't like that, so it made me dislike him. And then we went and whooped their ass. So, it's like you talk shit, we beat you, and then I talk shit back, and then we're not friends. I don't fuck with you.
Right. No, I feel it.
Now, in reality, bro, he's a bad motherfucker.
Right.
This dude is the best football coach in America. He doesn't have 5 stars. He knows how to build a program. He knows how to analyze talent. He knows how to put players in position to ask them not to do things they can't do. Those are the things that great coaches do. Great coaches never ask players to do things or go out on the field to do things they can't do. Because if they're incapable of it, the coach should fucking know that.
Yeah, and he should have recruited to get the players in the right positions, which Kurt Cignetti has done,
Bro, they're not just beating people. They're beating the fuck out of people. They're just lining it up, and it ain't nothing fancy either. That's what's really crazy about it. It's just point of attack. We're going to whoop your ass, and it's going to be for 4 quarters, and at the end, we're going to have more points because we will have beat the shit out of you no matter what. Bro, the physicality in the trenches, Indiana, who the fuck? Come on, man. This is insane. It's crazy. And as a hater, I don't like to see it because I love to say Notre Dame's the best team in Indiana. But Cignetti's a bad man, bro. He is. And I just gotta know that. He's a bad man. And the program's in a great state. I think they win the championship going away. I think it's evidently clear who the best team is. Okay.
Yeah, I just looked it up. They're 7.5-point favorites, which is what I would have made them.
Through 2 playoff games, Mendoza has more touchdown passes than incomplete passes, bro.
8-5, right? Playoff games. We're not talking about like warm up beginning of the season playing a D3 school.
Bro, Indiana had never been to a Rose Bowl ever. Okay, they've been in the Big Ten since it started.
Yep.
They went to the Rose Bowl and just beat shit down Alabama's leg for 4 quarters, bro.
Yep. Then did the same next week.
Just again, man, I can't hate. I mean, I can, and I'm going to continue to. But it's not like out of a place of malice. It's just, it's kind of like we don't know Carlton's real name. We know it's Carlton. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to act. I don't like them. I'm going to continue to hate. But, man, they're fucking good.
Yeah. No, I agree. That should be a really good playoff game. I do agree with you. Our championship game. Indiana should win it by like a touchdown. I think the 7.5 is a pretty fair spread. Carson Beck has surprised me through the playoff run. I have to say that. I wasn't a big believer. Yeah, he's been great. M. Knight, appreciate you tapping in, bro. Appreciate the likes and the retweets. Well, shit, Sosa, you're live in 20. We'll probably wrap this up. I'm going to grab some food, be over on your stream at 2 o'clock. If you guys are watching here on YouTube, Sosa will be live on his X account. I will be live there as well, 2 p.m., going over more NFL. Probably have, 10 speakers in there dropping plays?
Something along those lines. Anybody's welcome. I don't have a ton of stuff, but I do have some shit for tomorrow. Ooh.
Okay. Are you going over tomorrow as well in your stream?
No. I'm gonna save that for tomorrow.
Okay, you're going live tomorrow. Perfect.
Yes, sir. And shout out to my guy Ant Edwards, man.
He's playing well.
Already hit 2 threes to start the game.
Him and Donnie going kind of at it. Donnie started well, missed a couple late, but yeah, this is going to be a good game.
They're going band for band again.
Yeah, 6 and 7 in the first quarter. Yeah, we're gonna have a game here. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Sosa, I will see you at 2 p.m. Real quick to recap the slate. I got Donovan Mitchell over 28.5 points. Already started. DeAndre Hunter over 15.5 PR. Already started. Both of those look good as we speak. De'Aaron Fox under 20.5 points and James Harden over 23.5 points for the NBA. For the NFL, Kyron Williams over 79.5 rushing receiving and Devontae Adams anytime touchdown. Appreciate y'all for tapping in today, man. Best of luck tonight. I'll catch y'all tomorrow or 2 o'clock on Sosa's show. Until then, man,